talk about how to not get sick after a stressful period has ended. Have you ever wondered how you manage to get through a particularly stressful period, let's say finals at school, only to get sick after the stress has lifted? It's not a fluke, it's not an accident, it's a phenomenon that is often referred to as the letdown effect. It's a pattern in which people come down with an illness not during a concentrated, stressful period, but after it's over. So one study found that people experience small panic attacks on the weekends, and a 2015 study from Taiwan found that holidays and Sundays have more emergency room admissions for peptic ulcers than weekends do. So we all know that prolonged periods of stress suppresses the immune system, which can lead to illnesses. But only recently some evidence has emerged that some people tend to get sick after a pressure-packed period has ended. To understand how and why this can happen, it helps to review how stress affects the body. Okay, so during acute stress, the body releases key hormones like cortisol, norepinephrine, adrenaline to prepare itself to fight or flee from danger. And also these hormones trigger the immune system to set up certain types of surveillance. So in the process, some hormones like cortisol can reactivate some hidden viral infections which cause cold, sore throat, fever, maybe swollen glands. For these illnesses, symptoms are only obvious after a few days. So that's why the symptoms may appear after the stress is over, so maybe on a weekend or on vacation or after an exam period. So meanwhile, while you are under pressure, the rise in cortisol and other stress hormones can protect you against the perception of pain, which is helpful in the moment because it can help you reach safety in a dangerous situation without being hindered by pain. After a stressful period has passed, the body returns to a state of normality, and many of the systems that were activated come down. This includes a drop in cortisol as well as other stress hormones. If the decrease in pressure is sudden, you set yourself up to crash and burn. So let's say the finals are over and you decide simply to sleep in and do nothing the next day or the following week. If you do that, you will open the door for illnesses or the letdown effect. Why? Because no matter what kind of stress it was, either emotional, academic or physical, once the stressful period has ended, your body sends a signal to your brain, which in turn activates the suppression of the immune response to the easing of stress. In addition, the sudden drop of stress hormones could knock down dopamine level in the brain. So dopamine is a chemical released by neurons that helps us feel reward and pleasure. So when dopamine level suddenly drops, it can trigger overeating and substance abuse as people unconsciously try to raise the dopamine level so they can feel pleasure and reward again. So sounds familiar? Yeah? So what to do to prevent all this from happening? So one of the best ways to avoid the letdown effect is to prevent stress from getting to you in the first place. You can do this by pacing yourself when you are under pressure, getting plenty of exercise and sleep, eating healthy, and taking time to decompress on a regular basis. You can do meditation, rhythmic breathing, or other relaxation techniques. During a stressful period, have a plan that calls for breaks as you go through it so that you are not wrapped up 24/7. Also, the body's fight or flight response, it's when your body releases stress hormones to deal with stress. This response can be deactivated quite effectively through diaphragmatic breathing and guided visual imagery. Someone who has high levels of stress at school could simply take like 30 seconds to focus on their breathing while studying for an exam or working on a paper. It will help avoid the build-up of stress that could happen over the course of a day. Don't stress out about it. There is a way to mitigate the letdown effect by helping your body de-stress slowly. Just like you have a cool down period after exercising, you want your body to have a tapering down of stress. The key is to keep your body slightly revved up, to keep your immune system from downshifting abruptly when the stress ends. The best way to do this is to seek the right intensity of physical and mental stimulation. For physical stimulation, moderate exercise in quick bursts, such as jogging, walking up and down stairs for 5 or 6 minutes at a time, several times a day. This can help. For mental stimulation, do challenging math problems, crossword puzzles, play computerized brain-stimulating games, or play chess under time pressure for like 30 to 60 minutes at a time. Do this activity for 3 days after a stressful period. That's the crucial window, for 3 days after a stressful period. And you will improve your odds of emerging from the aftermath of stress feeling good, not sick. Good luck!